Alright, this is gonna be a different kind of video. I want to start this video by apologizing to my friends. I've been trying to come up with a new video for the past weeks with a limited time since I have to attend both my job and the university. Since I can only play on the weekends, I try to get content to be able to edit during the week on my spare time, but in this seek for content and a narrated storyline, I slowly started to deviate myself from what I actually enjoy about Rust. I find myself constantly thinking how what I'm doing at the moment is going to look on the recordings and ending up failing it because of it. Making decisions that I wouldn't normally do, affecting and being rude to the people that I play with, and ending up arguing with them because of things that are completely my fault. Trying to steer the game into a version of it that it's maybe good for YouTube, but maybe it's not what I actually enjoy about Rust, or at least the manner in which I approach it, it's not the one I would normally choose. The game became more of a stress for content rather than an entertainment, a game, what it actually is. I want to take some time and talk about what I really enjoy about Rust, what makes my Rust experience complete. As you can already tell if you saw any of my videos, I'm not good at PvP, but a friend of mine once told me that Rust is not a PvP game. If you consider Rust a PvP game, you're not playing it right, and this got me thinking, what is Rust? What does make Rust, Rust? Rust is so much more than a few frags. Rust is a game where your character doesn't grow, but you do. Every mistake makes you stronger, and every bad call makes you wiser. It is not easy to get started in Rust. Only the ones that can take a huge blow to the chest and stand back up are the ones that can prevail. This is one of Rust's best qualities, since only those few who really appreciate the game will stay, and won't steer the game away from its true nature. I'm going to discuss the following topics, which in my opinion are the tiny pieces that make the huge puzzle that is Rust. I'm talking about farming, combat, developers, the community, and the content creators. I want to state clearly that these are the things that bring me every day back into Rust. We might agree, we might differ, but that's the beauty of Rust, the freedom of choice. There's no wrong way of playing the game. Rust is what you want it to be. Alright, starting with farming. The farming system is both rewarding and stressing at the same time. Every single thing you do has repercussions. Little things like taking down a tree can be heard from miles away and leaves you exposed since you can't focus on your surroundings. Same goes for building. Oh shit. Upgrading. Ooh, shit. Hunting or scrap farming. You're always in the open, everything is a threat. There is not even one way to do it. Some choose to go on boat runs, some choose to do monuments, others cruise on the street and recycle. But what binds all of them is the fear of not coming back home. Following with combat, whether it's PvP or PvE, Rust excels at weapon use. There are no game-breaking guns. It's all down to skill. I have 1,000 hours in the game and I still can't use the AK. I'm even afraid of using it for the risk it involves. I would rather choose a saw or a python, but there is nothing I could find more entertaining than primitive fights. Bows, crossbows, revolvers and melee weapons, all early game items which, when used correctly and by the right hands, can get you endgame loot. Of course, mine are not the right hands. As previously stated, my PvP skills are between below average and average, I guess. 1,000 hours and I'm still a rookie at the game. My hands shake, my pulse goes through the roof, my ass sweats, but this is one of Rust's best qualities. That sudden rush of adrenaline, overcoming those situations where the odds are completely against you and you manage to pull through. The next topic to discuss is, of course, the developers. Developers of the game have proven to be one of the most devoted crews I've ever seen. Don't get me wrong, the game has plenty issues. Optimization is needed, combat is full of projectile invalids, projectile loss, screen freezes. My game completely froze! But still the game managed to overcome all those issues with constant growth and change. In less than a year, the game added game-changing features like boats, Chinook crates, weapons, cargo ships, scientists, better graphics, new player models. I bet if the game was owned by EA, I would have already spent like $300 on DLCs. But the game grows so big and so fast that I even have to watch content creators like ShadowFrags to keep up with the fast-paced evolving wildland that is Rust. The community. Simply great. Even the things that you tend to hate like zergs, trash talkers, toxicity, roof campers are what make Rust Rust itself, it will feel empty without them. They give you a purpose, a fear, a shared hate. But this is not what sums Rust community up. I've met the nicest people in this game. I've stayed in hotels, hung out in restaurants, been to shops, farm, villages, art galleries. There is no limit for what you can do on Rust. I've even roamed with strangers I met on the road and then split past, distributing the loot evenly and never seeing them again. I've heard stories, shared laughs, shared experiences, watched sunsets and even listened to songs. The Rust community is by far the most loving, toxic, chill and hilarious community you will ever have the pleasure to be part of. And to end this, I want to talk about the content creators. The content creators of this game are for me something to admire, how they portray their own view of the game in such a fascinating way. Just to make an example, I enjoy watching William for his outstanding editing, Achun for his inspiring storytelling that almost brings you to tears.
But every time you got back up again, what if it was the same every life?
Or ABYSSUS for his inhuman PvP skills.
Double headshot! Triple headshot! What?
Or Blueprint, or Aqua, or Swells, or HYPERX, and so many more that I could mention. There is so much effort put into each and every single one of their videos, every single one of them with a unique playstyle, because that is Rust. Having a soothing cup of coffee, watching a long synthetic kill video, or having my ass sweat while watching Coconut B making things I imagine impossible. Having people completely invested into the game like Prince
IQ bust up base.
Vice,
Entire hour to figure it out. This base took me 45 minutes with no clip in B grade. This base is my magnum opus, the literal best thing I can build. This base takes over 400 rockets to
or
raid.
Evilworst, who always find a way of coming up with the best base build suited for each type of playstyle, and game-breaking exploits that not even the most dedicated developers can keep up with. So what I think I like about Rust the most is just sharing it with my friends. When you completely forget you're recording and you don't care if you die, you don't care if you lose, you're just enjoying yourself. So we are like freaking elephants right now. We'll just follow the guy.
Elephants?
Yeah, you know how the stampede works? Like everyone follows the guy in front?
That's like such a better analogy. You could have said like ducks or...
Yeah, ducks would have been great.
Yeah, but ducks are I don't know, like far analogy for what I expected. You don't expect a platoon of ducks to go and... it's not what I try to portray. I was aiming
when
like
you mention a platoon of elephants, it doesn't sound any like...
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean...
I just think a bunch of elephants in like fucking Kevlar and like M16s.
Yeah, but that's why I didn't say a platoon, I meant a stampede. It's like a brute force destroying everything on their path. That's what I mean.
He's looking
He said, you're getting stampede, man. You're getting stampede.
Just gotta rush him.
I headshot him for dead.
Yeah,
Oh, damn cactus.
Ooh, juice. Look at that. Look at that.
I can't.
There's just so many.
What happens? Never leave a man behind.
Fuck you, bitch.
To end the video, I want to quote one of the nicest guys I stumbled upon this game. Have a good Rust, friend.
Part of me just wishes I could be a different kind of sinner. When bullets meet the opposition, man, no one's a winner. Fucking up, I swear to God that I'll change it.